And welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Chris Sagaas, the aforementioned Chris Sagaas, joins us. He is the director of the Utica Public Library. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
What do you got? About a year on the job now, or is it
almost a year and a half now? So, yeah.
Succeeding Darby O'Brien.
Yeah, it's starting to feel the things I did the first time around. They're coming around the second time, so it's feeling more familiar, but in a good way.
Good. We'll talk about some of the upcoming program things you got to do at the library in just a second. But I wanted to ask you, somebody was down at the library the other day, and they told me that you have or you're about to get rid of all those microfilm machines.
Well, it's an interesting development that happened about a year or so ahead of when we thought it was going to happen. The company that manufactures microfilm of the OD newspaper and newspapers all over is going to cease making microfilm at the end of this year and for all the years going forward. So a lot of people actually have been calling us saying, you're going to get rid of your microfilm, how am I going to do my research? People should be rest assured that we're not getting rid of any microfilm. We just won't be able to purchase microfilm in the future. However, there's a new product that people are actually going to be able to look through the OD and other newspapers from their home. They're still going to be able to do the same research. It's just going to be in a different format. And we are still going to have, and we expect a lot of people coming in to do family histories and other research using the traditional microfilm that we have. So
the microfilm that's there now, which goes back to 18-something.
Yeah.
That's going to stay?
It's going to stay. I've talked to other libraries in the area. The Utica Public Library is firmly committed to being kind of the repository of whatever research people need to do, especially with the OD from ages ago to ages to come. So
yeah, does the and you're looking at somebody who's used that microfilm down there a lot over the years. Does that microfilm have a problem with age?
Well, ours is we store it pretty well, and we have not really had a problem with the aging. The problem really comes sometimes when if there's a user malfunction or the speed when we wind it up or rewind it or fast forward, it'll snap like any type of film. But deteriorating is not really an issue. So
I remember, I'm looking at you, but in my mind's eye, I see Judge John Walsh, who retired city court judge here in Utica. All the hours he spent on those microfilm machines down there, and came out with vignettes of Utica as a result of it. Yeah,
absolutely. And the space where the microfilm readers was essentially housed, we've moved them, bears his name for all the time he did spend researching and then eventually writing that book.
Yeah. The new device that you're going to have when the microfilm stops recording the OD, what is that device?
It's actually going to be still viewable on a computer, but it's almost like, imagine a snapshot of the paper as it appears like a paper, but we're also going to have additional capability to search it and look through the full text.
So if somebody comes into the library, they won't go, if they want the 1952 OD, they go onto the microfilm.
Absolutely.
But if they want the 2019 OD, they're going to go on to a computer.
Yes.
Which supplied by you?
Yeah, we have the hardware in our local history room as well as anywhere in the building where we have our public access PCs. The additional bonus about this new product is that people will be able to look at the material from the comfort of their home or the airport if they want to. So we're excited about learning our way around it and then helping everybody figure it out as well.
So if I understand correctly, Chris, you can come into the library without a computer and sit down at a computer that is the library's computer, do what you did on a microfilm machine. Or if you don't want to come into the library, you can get online from home or your office and do the same thing.
Absolutely.
Well, that sounds like a nice plus.
Yeah, we certainly hope so. I mean, the fun thing in the library field is, when a new format comes along, we all get to learn it. We kind of get excited about that as people in the profession. There's going to be some challenges, we're sure, but it'll be fun to add a new tool to our toolbox, so to speak.
Now, for the people that haven't been down to the Utica Public Library in a while, that has switched around. The children's room is out of the basement and it is up in what I used to call the reference room.
Yes, exactly. So the reference room kind of has changed. There isn't really a room because reference is done pretty much throughout the building now. We still have our reference desk, but the adult computers moved to a space in the front of the building on the other side. The thing about the moving that children's room up, and I think I spoke about it the last time we talked, we saw the numbers come in from our summer reading program and other events that we've had since the space has been renovated, and we can say with total certainty that renovating the space, moving it upstairs, has drawn new people in and also attracted return visitors who just wanted to see the new space. So we're really happy about it. Our children's staff is constantly thinking of new ways to get people in, and it's working.
Is there anything in the basement in what was the children's room?
We're still holding story times. We actually have had other groups use it as meeting room space, and we do crafts, the messy crafts where kids cut stuff up and have glue and stuff. We don't want to get that all over the new space, really, so we still do have activities down there pretty much all the time. So.
Are you getting a lot of kids into the library?
We are. As I alluded to before, we actually did more outreach this summer too, so we got involved with some more daycare centers. So kids are constantly coming in. I mean, the good thing too is the longer I've been there, the more friendly I can get with a lot of the kids, and I just see the relationships they form with our staff through the years. It's really fun to see.
Back in the day when we didn't have Google, I would be a very good customer of the Utica Public Library, because if I needed something quick, I'd pick up the phone and I'd call 315-735-2279.
Very good.
And I'd get a reference librarian, and I'd say, can you tell me what the population is of Idaho? Yep. And they do it real quick. Are you getting calls?
The strange thing is we still get calls like that. We tracked our numbers, our reference questions like that and other more involved ones. We actually I think we finished a little bit ahead of the year prior. So I think part of the reality is that people are feeling a little overwhelmed about how much is out there. We're still a trusted, reliable, friendly place to get that quick answer and ask the quick question. The other thing I see a lot of the emails come through. We get a really interesting questions about, this happened with my family on this date and I need that article. I need to know where, there were 3 buildings on this street this time, what happened the year after. We still get those kind of questions, which our reference librarians eat up as well.
And I'll bet you still get a lot of, because I know it's been very popular for very many years, is your genealogy room.
Yeah, we actually added to our stable, I like to say, of volunteers who assist with those questions. And I've also told you before, I know that I want to do more with that collection. We added a microfilm reader printer back into the local history genealogy room space, which has helped the researchers when they come in. They're able to do more research in the times that we're open in that space.
Are you looking for volunteers to work in genealogy?
We definitely are looking for volunteers, people who have an interest in helping people do family trees, or just looking. It can be a laborious task to look through old microfilm. The older it is, the less robust the index, the more scanning of the material is actually involved. So we do have a volunteer application. You really just have to call the library. They'll put you through to our business office, and we usually have a conversation, see what people are interested in doing. But volunteering with local history and genealogy is an area that we are definitely asking for people to help with.
What's coming up in December at the library?
Well, in 2 weeks, we have our 3rd annual Shopka Festival, which is put on with the Copernic Memorial Association in Utica. The 3rd floor, or our 2nd floor big gallery space, is full of what are essentially traditional decorative Polish nativity scenes. There's going to be a contest, there's food, there's music. I believe Notre Dame, musicians from Notre Dame High School also come in and play. It's a great event. The material is on display for the first week of December, but Saturday, December 8th is when the festival and big event actually takes place. There's usually a visit. I don't know exactly when, from Santa Claus. So that's coming up, and the week after that we're actually hosting a Blind Artists Society exhibit in the gallery as well. It's our first time doing that. So we're excited about getting different things into the gallery. We have to turn people away from our gallery space. It's become such a hot commodity.
That's a beautiful place, a beautiful venue, really, to hold all kinds of things. Yes.
Yeah. We had a wedding there. We're not yet at capacity to have receptions, but we do have ceremonies. And we just ask that people share the pictures with us. They're great. You just see there's potential there that we have to figure out ways to kind of get more people in to use our library for things they want to use it for that bring forth its beauty.
And everybody ought to have a library card.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's pretty quick and easy.
Totally quick and easy, yes, yeah.
Come back and see us again, will you?
I look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. That's going to do it for us this week. We'll be back next week. We'll do it all again. Don't forget cnyhomepage.com. Lots of good stuff there. Until next time, take care of yourself, everybody.